You've been with Bedros now for a little over 2 years, 3 years
Going on
now.
3.
Okay. Yeah, so you got this background, obviously in the military, right? Then you were in government, working in the CIA. What has kind of working with a high level entrepreneur like Bedros, right? Like he's obviously, I mean, he's one of the top dogs, like in the space, just massive visionary, executioner though, like knows how to get things done. What have been some things you've picked up since really entering more into the? I know you're not the entrepreneur, probably more of an entrepreneur working inside of Bedros' companies. But what have been some of the key takeaways that you've gotten working side by side so closely with such a high level entrepreneur like Bedros?
Well, the learning curve steep. Um, some of the biggest lessons that I've learned from Bedros is he's never change who you are to get your point across. Like, perfect example, I sell for him. And Bedros is like, I don't want you to be a commissioned guy. And I'm like, I don't understand. He's like, because when you start working for commission, your morals change. So the biggest thing I've learned is number one, in order to be successful, you have to love what you do and do what you love. I love what I do and I do what I love. And I'm effing good at it. I'm one of his top. And I don't consider myself a salesman. I consider myself a talesman, and he likes that. I tell a story when I get on with someone. I give people facts. I actually, case in point, Bedros Keuilian told me, he goes, this is from Bedros. And I learned from Bedros. He is the best salesman pretty much on planet Earth. He goes, you are the world's effing salesman I've ever met. But you close more than four of my other guys. It's because when I get on the phone, I talk to people the way he taught me, talk to people the way you want to be talked to. Never be on time, always be a minute or like call someone a minute early. And if they're not there, just say, oops, sorry, it's just who I am. I wanted to give you that attention to detail, so I'm always early. And then when I get on the phone with them, like perfect example, hey, listen, this call is going to be 20 minutes. If I do my job correctly, we're going to be off in 18 and you're going to know this, this, and this. Are you ready? Yes, let's go. And I do that. I don't have a script. I have steps. Bedros is like, don't you ever use the word script with me. You don't have a script. You're not an actor. You have steps. You have a process, right? And that's what we do. We plan, we process, and we execute. That's what we do. And that's why, and let me tell you what, Bedros Keuilian says, what is it? Never peak. His real thing is he don't lose. I mean, COVID hit. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting fired. He's like, we're going to make more money than ever. I'm like, huh? Don't worry. Right. And truth be told, yeah, I mean, I do a lot of stuff with Bedros, but Bedros wants me to start going off on my own and doing my thing. That's the true sign of a guy with class. I'm no threat to Bedros, but he's like, if you can move on and up, because you move to a certain point with Bedros, and he's like, eventually I'm going to have to cut, spread your wings, and other guys have done that with him, and it's if I mean, I'll never part full with him, but there'll never be hard feelings. It's funny as I'm older than him, and I think of him like a big brother. And he's just never too busy to fucking help me out. And I'll tell you, man, if he can't figure it out, I don't think it's existed because I've come to him with some crazy stuff. And like him and the Dan Flashmans, and the Sean Whalens, they think so far ahead. Like I'll come in and he'll be like, Ray, if this was chess, it's already checkmate. I'm like, damn it. Because I tried negotiating with him with some stuff, and he's like, oh, we're gonna negotiate now. I'm like, yes, sir. And he's like, he just sits back, he goes, I've given him a few good runs for my money, but usually if we negotiate and he gives in, he already knows. Bedros' thing is if you're going to do something, the next question is why, and then he goes go, and he sits back and he listens. And the one thing I love about Bedros is even if he's going to tell you no, he will listen to why you think it's a good idea. Then he'll explain why it's not. Right? It's so easy to just go no, no, we're not doing that, but he explains to me why he is or isn't doing something so then I can learn from him. Because his thing is like, listen, don't ever ask me this question again because I'm taking the time to answer it now. So whenever he does something like that, I take voice memos and then I like, hey, if a sale does this, I save it in my voice memo. I hit play. Bedros is like, if this happens, you do this. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't have to bother him with stuff because he's busy. I mean, he'll take time, but he's running 7 companies.